If we talk about M80, obviously in the most recent WrestleMania, they picked up Iconic and then bring Sploit over.
Sometimes you have to let go of players that you care a lot about. It's the result of all the things that we put into it is the winning. That's what you get at the end.
Living with each other is probably one of the best experiences of my life. We're like a big family. Those guys are my best friends.
I joined this roster because of one reason, and that's winning.
You just gotta take their soul, like you just gotta destroy them.
Top it. Yeah, let's go! Come on!
No matter what team you are, no matter how good you have been, if you're not good in the present, you will lose everything.
This is Rainbow Six at its best!
It's definitely better to let the play do the talking, but yeah, tend to stay clear of the people that have big egos.
G2 Esports are about to go head-to-head with Space Station Gaming.
They now actually have a very well-balanced team.
This is a real collection of characters, a bit of a collection of egos. That's G2 in a nutshell.
They're gonna base Chalet that they're gonna be like, they don't want to play us on Chalet, and we don't think that they're gonna want to play us on Theme Park. We won't pick Theme Park unless we get defense.
I'm known a lot for like speaking my mouth. I always type to people in the chat, like just trying to annoy them or like agitate them a little bit or lose focus.
It's fucking right!
But when it comes to like a match, like now, like a LAN environment, me and my teammate Carl, or Alamo, like we always shout at the enemy team or like try and make people feel awkward or like uncomfortable and all that. Like it's pretty evil when you think about it, but that's composition, so.
But nobody's scared of me, bro. Scared.
Every team at this event fear us because, well, we just won the World Championship, and also, like, they know that we have 5 insanely talented players, and I don't think many other teams can say that for themselves, that all 5 players on their team are, you know, insanely good. All the other teams that are at this event have copied our play style, so of course they fear us, because if they think the only way to beat us is to play like us, then that's obvious.
I think them saying that's probably tactics of their own to get into other people's heads, saying that they fear them, making people know that they're still strong and ready to win another event. We definitely don't fear any teams, or we haven't so far, and I really don't see why G2 would be any different.
It's G2!
If you don't trash talk, you don't gain like the confidence, you know, and you don't put the other team in a fear situation, so they are playing comfortable. So you have to trash talk so they don't feel comfortable to play. I feel people can trash talk before the game even starts. It's like it show them that you already know that you won the match. You know, like you have no question about yourself.
Astralis!
When we play against Iconic, he was playing for Astralis, right, on SI. And he called himself the Batman, right?
I kind of feel like I'm the Bat. I was like, bro, I feel like I'm Batman now.
During the match, I was like screaming at the stage, "Where are you, Batman?" And I was posting like on Twitter like the Joker emoji.
Where are you, Batman?
That was it. We won the match, and he was devastated.
I try not to hold on to revenge too much, the past, but I feel like in the moment, if we were to play them again, it would just be like, it would be that, just that urge of competitiveness to beat them. I don't fear anybody.
G2 Esports are reigning SI champions.
They now actually have a very well-balanced team with good support staff, and, well, we do have to mention Fabian's track record against NA, as we all know that's a pretty good track record.
Yeah, they might say that we have a bit of an ego.
Waldman, where are you?
Yes, that is true. And that's one of the things I'm trying to counter. Because the ego is a killer. It will kill you from the inside slowly but surely. You won't see it coming, but it will take you down because you won't work as hard, you won't take work as seriously, and you think you have more time to spend it doing other things. That 4 or 5 hours that you have to put into playing on your individual basis, that's going to go down to 3, 4, and then it goes down to 2 or 3, and then it goes down to 2 hours, and all of a sudden you don't put in that extra effort, and that all comes down to ego, you thinking that you're better than your opponents. So far, they're still putting in all that effort that they need to. I'm happy with the amount of work that my players are putting in, and I'm not saying it's thanks to me, but it does help to have someone who puts that pressure on them and say, hey, there's no stopping now. So yeah, I think we have the ego, but also rightfully so, don't we? Don't we rightfully have an ego? You're coming into the most achieved team that this game has ever seen. You're following up on the history of the most legendary roster ever. Now you are that roster, you're the people that they entrusted to take that even further. Yeah, you should have an ego.
If they want to win against us, they should not fear us, but we had a good run, and we still playing good, so I guess like they should prefer to not play us, I would say.
Acting like that around other teams applies like a pressure. We do that on purpose to like kind of throw shade or like throw people off a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty close with a lot of the players in the scene, and I think like those players that I'm close with, or like maybe even ex-teammates, like know me for like who I am. I think it's very different, like how the fans see me to how I actually am. The personality of Doki is like the stupid, like kind of idiot guy who doesn't really know anything, and is just kind of like the clown type of thing, like he's funny. But me, like Jack, I also have like a really serious side that people don't see like online. Some people have just crazy opinions, and maybe the people that have these opinions would be like bigger influencers, and because they have a large audience, like people tend to agree to them. But that's never once has that ever played an effect in my mind. I think it's funny how people can have these opinions when they know literally nothing. When you see someone trying to flame me or like my teammates because they're just so clueless, and that makes me laugh, I guess.
G2, they're a great team. Obviously, they won the recent SI. Props to them. But a new change happened within M80, a new roster, and this is the new team that's gonna take it all.
W7M Esports up against Bliss.
Let's go. Team Bliss from Oceania. Oh, double kill for Sage! And Bliss find themselves back into this round. The team that will be making their debut.
I think if we were to lose our first game against W7M, obviously it would be upsetting.
KZ up to 13-3 is just menacing here on Cafe against Bliss. Forget the 5-1 Copium. It's all W7M as they look to put 7 on Bliss. 1 round to go.
They are a very, very strong team, and depending on what the loss is, it might be a bit harder to move on.
W7M, you would imagine from here, should be able to get out rather comfortably because they look so good.
Tiles.
Bliss after a bit of a slow start. Brendo though pushes down, gets at least 1, and the down onto JB92.
He's in prep, come in.
I personally have a lot of confidence. I'm allowed to because I'm not playing. If you don't show up on the day, there's a complete chance that you can just lose. And some teams just can have off days.
Just outside pillars, Brendo. Can he salvage this round? I don't think he's going to be capable.
We put expectations out the door to be able to, no matter what result we get next, we're able to move past it easier.
And Brendo loses his life. It's all too easy for W7M.
It doesn't stress me out too much losing. It's just focusing on the next game and forgetting about it and working on whatever you have to deal with and why you lost that game.
Good game, guys. GG, man. GGs. We're very much respectful of each other. If they show up and play better than us, I'm more than happy to take that, because in the end, I think the better team should win.
I think like once we kind of just settle in a bit, we'll be comfortable with sitting here.
They are a very, very strong team, but I think as long as you're really just learning from it, it's not that bad. Whatever happens, we just focus on the next game.
They're known for being a very aggressive Brazilian team, and Brazil, one of the best regions in the world. We're here to enjoy our time, soak up the experience, and have a lot of fun as a team.
Do you guys have everything?
I personally wouldn't be able to say who the best team would be, but I think there is a complete chance that they could take this entire major if they wanted to.
We just believe we're better than everybody else.
These are two lights-out teams. I'm sure it's going to be a lights-out matchup.
M80 taking on Wolves.
As M80 is quickly closing the gap on these players over. It's an overconfident retake.
How Dave says, like, you just got to take their soul.
Wolves are currently 1-3 on defending this site as they played out 3 times in regulation. And once again, it's the Wolves taking control. Another failed attack from M80 leaves Diaz in an impossible situation.
I've been grinding for years now. We put in a lot of hours every single day, 10, 9 hours.
It's not enough for M80 given this precedent.
Times you can see M80 struggling to adapt inside of these environments.
It's very, very tiring. I know that it's worth it. At the end, I'll see results.
M80 don't have the opening they want just yet. To be perfectly frank, John, pretty much the beginning and the end of it. Wolves now, it's all a formality. They just need to go through the motions and electrocute Spike to death.
You can win a lot from these tournaments. You know, you gotta respect your opponents. Everyone up here is really good. I'm definitely not gonna let that change the way I'm thinking and the way I'm playing. You know, I'm just gonna keep going until the end, no matter what I win and no matter what I lose.
When you lose, it's like you need a strong mental. You're gonna have people telling you you're bad and just stuff like that, but you know, being confident, knowing the player you are, having the support you need from your family and friends, having a good bond with their teammates, you know, believing in each other, that's the best way to deal with it.
My time as a pro player, that's a long one. It started way back in the ages. I don't even remember what year, 2016 perhaps. You started out with it being I wouldn't say really a pro career, it was more of a casual thing where you still had to go to university and figure your future out. Started out with making 100 euros a month. That was quite the salary, right? It just kept snowballing though, and we started winning events after event after event, and eventually it became a full-time job. It was a very demanding job. You never had time for anything. Kind of just played video games all day, every day. It was giving a lot of good things though, especially economically. I'm quite happy with my career as a player. It turned out quite good. I mean, 2 world championships you can't really complain about. Yeah, it's been a long, hard road for me, I think. I'm happy to be where I am now, much less demanding.
We already had. Yeah.
Right now, my dream is to win like two big tournaments in a row. I think this is the dream of every player, because the only team who accomplished that was the OG2, right? Not our, but the old team. So I feel like if we win now, the next major, we gonna be on the same level as them. You know, like everybody's gonna look up to us, respect us, like, oh, a new dynasty. You know, like the forbidden word.
Sports in general, esports included in this, it's a unifying factor for people all around the world. We prove ourselves through competition, and for a lot of people out there in this world, they just need to get their head off things, and we're here to take their thoughts away from the stuff that's going on in their life that they need to focus on. This time it's video games, and another time it's football, and another time it's ice hockey. I think a lot of pro players forget it's about being a entertainer as well. In the end, we're an entertainer to the crowd watching.
You wanted to face them here.
Well, who doesn't want to face the second best team in the world? They need to have a personality and be someone that stands out to a certain degree.
Every team that's gone up against them have played literally fucking shit.
I played a character, and I think that characters are needed. I mean, I do all the work because I'm the best player in the world.
You guys have this, come on!
I don't think I'm a villain, but if I'm the villain, it's quite simple. You talk a lot of shit. Like, you keep shit-talking everyone. And
there is no personalities. Nobody stands out.
If someone wants to talk shit to you, it's let them. What are they gonna do? You're never gonna see them in real life. It's a message on a social media app. It has no impact on my life. Let them scream their heads off. Like, if that helps them in their life, sure, maybe it's even a good thing. Maybe hate is a positive thing because it makes other people take out their anger and their frustrations on you. And I guess when you don't care about it, I don't really have an answer. It's just I don't care.
G2 Esports are about to go head-to-head with Space Station Gaming.
Come on, boys, wake the fuck up now!
G2 and Space Station, both organizations that have raised the SI trophy.
Are you afraid? Come on!
Energy is something that G2 very rarely lack, and it's mostly due to that hype man, Callum out.
But all the pressure on us is not something that is normal.
Whenever you win a big championship, it's a blessing and a curse.
Is that below red?
Record it.
Nice.
I think that it's fine to look up to people and want to achieve what they do. There are role models in this world that is better than video game players.
This is a real collection of characters, a bit of a collection of egos.
Come on, boys, focus up.
People put us on a pedestal and think we're something more than just normal people, that we're some superhumans in a way. It's the wrong picture people get. We're just, honestly, just normal people that wants to play video games. But I don't know, I could just be an old man rambling on about stupid things.
It's like the attack or...
Do you pick for their map?
I think, yeah, you pick for them up first and then they pick over time.
What do you want to play? Attack?
Which is better? Which do you want?
That's a good question. I'll leave it to you.
Okay, attack.
You want attack?
Good
okay.
choice. I did not like losing, but we take one step at a time. We say, what do we have to do next? We come into each match with just a clear head of what we need to do to win. Do you reckon Fish has like he's got a little ice gun? Yeah. I'm trying to get people to have a good time, keep energy up, because in the end, energy carries everything into winning.
With the best of one finished and potential upset story coming through, we're now here on the best of threes. We're going to be starting off with Bliss up against Varel. Now, both of these teams are fighting for a chance of survival. They don't want to go home today.
Fucking APAC team, boys. We're nothing to be fucking scared of. Let's go out there and play our fucking game, yeah?
We're in a situation now where another APAC team has to be the one that goes home. Will it be Bliss or Varel?
In my opinion, with our team, keeping energy up solves every problem, because as long as we're talking to each other, things are happening. Just keep this fucking energy up, boys. That's all we need. We continue through the entire fucking game like this, and then we still the moon, you know? Yeah? Jigsaw he's the main energy source of the team, actually.
When I looked, the cap can was on the roof. You could probably go into fucking like bathroom window and nade the floor. Like it was literally just on the roof.
Jigsaw likes to playfully antagonize some of the teams in the lobby and be a bit of the villain.
A lot of typing in the chat, a lot of camaraderie going on. The GL's coming out. These teams both know what's on the line for the other one.
Anything to get in their head. Sometimes I'll sit there and make stupid noises. You know, anything to make sure that they know that I'm there and that I'm coming for them, I guess. I know that they're going to think we're a very easy target, and I think that might be their downfall. This is my first international event, and it's my first time being outside of Australia, purely because of Siege.
It's going to be a lot of mental work and focus put into keep on pushing forward.
We know our potential, we know what we are capable of. We have no doubt that we can win again. We just have to prove to everyone else.
It's more about bringing in the right culture than it is me telling them how to play the game. I don't tell them what to do in that way because they know it better than I do.
I've been working on myself, I've been working on my mental every day. Win or lose, we're still going to be there, we're still going to play for fun.
The opponents could definitely take the title from us, like without a doubt in my mind. So I would probably be more worried if I wasn't nervous.
The past is the past, but in the moment you have everything you need to do to be better.